Oh, what up, what up, what up? All praise to the Most High, man. Blessings, blessings on top of blessings, indeed. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm your host, Emperor Joshua Emmanuel, you know what I'm saying? So, development, man. The world is in a certain area. Being a part of the Lost Royal family, finding out who I was was one of the greatest things I could have ever, I guess, did. And finding out that a part of my history is the Byzantine Empire, or um, last name being Emmanuel, so the Emmanuel, you know what I'm saying, Empire, so to speak, so God's empire, basically. So in development and being a lost royal family, aligning with the royal family again, is like, of course, I already feel like there's the job to, in the direction of the United States of America, which is the tribe of Judah. When the tribe of Judah, which is the United States, and Israel shook hands, it's like that's when everything took this turn towards God. Uh, Yet and still, it was already there, so it's not something that just basically happened. So I always looked at it because I was a PK, so I always looked at it as like development and in economics and different things of that nature is always how I kind of looked at it. I always wanted to like map my life out a certain way and move a certain way. I never really understood why I cared so much about certain things, but as I like got into my history, who I am, nation wise, native wise, that's when I really came into the understanding of, oh, okay, this is who I am. This is the people. This is the nation. Blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? So when you get to that area and you're developing wise, it sometimes doesn't make sense when you're dealing with different people, because I had to like now I have to realize that, you know what I'm saying, like when you're dealing with a kingdom, then there's other kingdoms. When you have a lot of money, then there's a lot that has to do with it. So being in the United States of America is like, of course, I feel that need to help in developing and setting up a certain program for, you know what I'm saying, the United States of America, as well as abroad. You know what I mean? So realigning with the royal family is going into this place, this solitude of, I guess what we would say, greatness, um, is there. So to speak, like peace is what you want. You want peace in all things, but we know like yet with peace, even with martial arts, it's like you want to be peaceful, but yet it's a certain protective order that goes out within a certain area, and then y'all get what I'm saying. So working on this to build this over the last, you know what I'm saying, few years, and getting to where I'm at now, and it's like, okay, a lot of my aim was just pure, okay, simple. God said that we supposed to take care of the people. Okay, what does the people need to be able to thrive? Okay, they need a house, they need to be able to pay their bills, and they need like transportation, so to speak, or they need to be able to access transportation, however it is. So coming in with the Byzantine Empire, of course, the first thing you're really looking at within this area is an understanding would be to set up a program to directly impact the world. So, off the top of my head, of course, like, I mean, I would love to give everybody, you know what I'm saying, like, what I would look at is like, okay, maybe we can look at from 1,000 to, you know what I'm saying, 2,000, but, you know what I'm saying, we probably start off with like maybe $1,000 a month, as far as taking care of those areas and to the family to make sure that they're able to not just they're able to at least, you know what I'm saying, pay the bills, thrive, move forward, and then focus on the development of the other areas. So I didn't really come to this just, so to speak, would be empty-handed. You know what I mean? I came in like not wanting to just run track. After I ran my time, I was like, okay, I ran my time. I know how to run. So now, how do I give directly back? You know what I'm saying? Having two children, a boy and a girl, it put me in a different mind frame. It's like, okay, well, I need to train them a certain way based on what they like, based on what they gifts are, or what have you. Um, so that was the first initial before I did the research on myself. Now with the research, I'm like, okay, it's an empire. Okay, now it's not just an empire; it's an empire that God is giving. Okay, it's not just the empire that God is giving; it's the empire that is to rule the world. Okay. Finding out about my name, and then Joshua being linked to basically Jehovah and Yahweh. Out like everything to me just kind of like it just ran. So I'm just like, okay, I wasn't I was understanding it, but the more I got into it, I'm like, man, this is deep, you know. So like music is something I always been, you know what I'm saying, good at. Sports is always like it's different because it's a lifestyle. Growing up as a PK, the ones that are PKs, not to be discriminative, it's different for us because we grow up on the opposite side of the spectrum. So we get to see this, see that, and see this, see this. So it's like the opposite happened to me, but then again, it wasn't the opposite because when I grew up within the Byzantine Empire or within like the world, finding out now I'm royal is like now I know what it is to struggle. I know what it is to go through all of that and have that type of lifestyle. I really understand that now. So if I'm setting or moving or developing something, like I know really what it feels like, what that thought process is, you know. So coming in and now it's like being transferred and then okay, now you transferring to the royal life. It's kind of like whoa, like hold on, wait, this is a lot, you know. So that takes a bit of time. And when God begins to develop you and grow you and put and start feeding into you, man, it's like it's a sight to see.